the one thing that Freestyle loves to do is this.
Yeah, he's covering the camera.
And then be like, yo, you know what I think about so and so? So and so is blankety blank, and he sucks, and he does this and does that, and then all of a sudden, and then you see him face to face, and be like, oh, what's up, bro?
Now look at this. John Parker, he has told me a number of times he's offered his help for free. Nobody wanted it. I spent 2 hours on the phone with that man. He gave me nuggets of information that I'm 53 years old. I'm never too old to learn. I learn from you all the time, Kay. I learn from Nyasia. I learn from Cynthia.
But that's because you give me the time of day, and that's because
you're smarter. You've been in this game a lot longer than I have, and and so I'm going to listen to somebody who came before me and did really well. So
but you know what I look for is, I do it with you. I do it with Bonilla. Melissa's in here. I think about me. I think about, what do I want? Like AB calls me up still and asks me for advice. Like, and we've been doing it together forever. I'm like, I want this music. I'm never going to record it again. You're never going to hear a TKA record, right? You might hear me do backgrounds on AB's actual records because that's a vehicle that we created for AB. Actual is really all about AB. It's me looking at my brother and saying, you need to be heard, right? And because honestly, the first male voice in Freestyle, the first male voice you heard before you heard mine was his. And I honestly believe that he needs the ability to shine. Like, we talk about the other voices that changed it, that evolved it, but we never really stop and talk about the first one. Like, we talk about the first female voice. Incredible. We can't deny her, right? But the first male voice sometimes goes unnoticed, sometimes goes forgotten. And my brother, like, I love him to death, and I always believe that he should get that recognition. And he's beginning to get that recognition now. But like when we created the thing for Actual, people was like, oh, now that you're friends again, are you going to be in TKA again? I'm like, no, we're not going backwards like that. We'll create another entity. And the reason that, and I already didn't want to record Freestyle anymore. I couldn't even write a Freestyle song if you asked me to, because the way that the community is gave me writer's block. I hate the BS in Freestyle so much that when I would put pen to paper, I'd be like, ugh. Ask me to write a hip hop record, ask me to write a Afrobeat record, and I could write it in 10 seconds. Ask me to do a Freestyle record, I'm like,
for Freestyle, you think?
Yeah, after a while, it just getting knocked down.
But no, you know what it is? Because for me, I pour my heart and soul into Freestyle. Like, to write a song like Louder in Love, or to write a song like Give Your Love to Me, and there's songs that you guys haven't heard, that I did back then, to try to do something different, to do something different, Body Rock or I'll Make You Feel Good, right? Those songs to me.
That's one of my husband's favorite songs.
I sit there and thing is like, listen, I write every single day. I wrote today. I wrote 3.5 songs today, just today, and that's because I had no time to do it. So on the way, I had to drop my car off in the Bronx. I drove to the Bronx. I put on an instrumental. I started singing, not Freestyle, by the way. I put on a hip hop instrumental. I wrote a song over that way, and then I have it on here on my notes. And on the way back, I wrote something else. It's easy for me to write that way, and with Freestyle used to be easier for me because it was just poems. And I still recite poems. I just don't, because of all the BS in this community, I can't concentrate on it like that. Like, again, like every time I think about it, I think about the time that's being wasted by people. Right? Like, there's super talented people that are in their own way. There's super talented people that are in their own way, that as opposed to letting this talent speak, they let this talent speak. And they think that they're cute with this, but this is making them dumb. What happened to this?
Yeah.
This is what God gave you.
To put more effort
God didn't give you, God gave you these, but not for this shit. Like, go out there and make music. Go. Yo, like, you don't have a studio? Guess what you could have? A computer. Guess what you can get? A microphone. Guess what? The TikTok shop, all of y'all on TikTok, they sell microphones on TikTok. You can do that. You can make a demo on your computer. You can record it on your computer.
I love it. I just,
right?
You inspired me to do that. I'm doing that now.
You can record it on your computer. You can do your demo. Then you're within earshot of a friend of yours that can produce something for you, and you can send it to them. They can turn around, take your little piece of work, and turn it into something.
Yeah.
Guess what? You made money. Your friend made money because he turned your demo into something else. Then you can put that record out on your own. Promote it. Guess what? As opposed to going on Amazon, spend $50 on Facebook ads,
Right.
send $25 on, an Instagram ad.
Yeah.
And then you promote your shit. Stop complaining. So-and-so won't play my record. So what?
Move on. Yeah.
Someone else will play your record.
I read somewhere, or I don't know who it was that I read it from, that or someone told me, for the genre that all the songs is about love, there's major hate.
Wow.
Absolutely.
It's just
Absolutely. When I'm just gonna be honest with you. When Funk Master Flex said, because it was Flex that said it to me. When Flex said to me, "Y'all fight too much. Y'all bullshitting," I was
What do you
embarrassed.
say to that? You know?
Hey, what did you say? What did you say?
I was embarrassed
Yeah.
because here's something that no matter, I got a gold record and a gold hip hop record, right? A gold platinum hip hop record, right? I got one. Knock on wood. But I'm not known for that. I'm known for this. And the orbiting planets around me smell like shit. Sorry, girls.
No, you're right.
Have made it smell like shit in here. So all the fucking, it's become louder than the music. That's why I try to describe it to people. I try to say it to people. And I kind of repeat myself just for the simple fact, like, I want you guys to realize this is our second chance. Practically a little like our third, right?
Yeah.
And we're all older. Look, I said it last Friday. I think I was on Jose's live.
Remember you said that.
I turned around and I said, "Yo, the oldest guy in freestyle is 67 years old." I said, and the rest of us are in our mid to late 50s. And there's no such thing as new school. There's not a one, because we're all within the same age bracket. Don't kid yourself. Don't act like you're the youngest guy around. You know, the youngest two people out here is Willie's daughters that are recording the music. Willie's daughters. Those are the youngest people in here. Those are the youngest people making this type of music. No one else is that young. We don't have an 8-year-old little Susie. My famous quote is, "We're a building with no ground floor." That makes the foundation pretty weak.
So what do you do?
Right.
Do you give up on the genre? Do you keep moving forward? What do you do?
No, it's not giving up. It's looking at the person next to you. Look, we all love to see a train wreck. We all love to hear gossip. We all love that. Let's not kid ourselves. We all love that shit. But the truth of the matter is that shit got us loony.
Yep.
Freestyle has things that stop freestyle. Mental health issues. There's people out here. There's a few people out here. And it's not to throw shade. It's just to show you
Reality.
how far off the deep end we are. There's people in freestyle with mental health issues. There's bullying. Social media bullying in freestyle. There's thieves in freestyle. There is psychopaths in freestyle. There's pedophiles in freestyle. And one minute you'll know that the person is a pedophile, and the following minute that's your friend. You'll find that the psychotic person, we forgive the psychotic person because it's a psychotic person. And then the next day the person takes a hold of you and does something wrong because they're psychotic. And you got to forgive them within a 6-month period after they get tired of messing with you. And the bullying, and then they bully you, and then you're like, oh my God. And then 2 seconds later you make up with the bully, and the bully bullies you again. It's like,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
It's a never-ending circle.
It really is a bad cycle. It's like you're on a hamster wheel. It is.
You know, no disrespect to hip hop, but I kind of respect them more because they're like, yo, stop.
Yep.
Not that I want that here. I don't want that here. We love music. I don't want that here. But like, stop.
So what is
That's
your?
what they're like, stop. I'm like, all right, I'll stop. All right, you know.
You've invested so many years into it, and why stop Just
No,
trying
no,
to
not stop, not
yeah,
stop,
I was, talking to
not
Denine.
stop making the music, but, you know,
Right.
for y'all. But it's more like stop the nonsense. Stop giving your attention
Yeah.
to the hate.
Mhm.
Stop giving your attention to the hate. And if you meet, if you know a hater, turn your back on the hater.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You don't have to shut them out. I'm not saying give them the middle finger. As soon as you see hate, log off.
Yep.
They'll see the numbers go down. They'll see that that's not working. If every day that you begin to see the hate pop up, you log off, they were like, oh, damn, I had 25 followers and I only got 2.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to change what I'm talking about. And then they'll try the new approach to keep the hate on, but you keep backing off. Don't let that happen.
Mhm.
You know, when you see someone that you think is talented hating, turn around and say, could you please make some new music? Please put on some new records. I don't want to hear this nonsense. I want to hear music from you. Play music.
Yeah.
I want good music.
Yeah, you're right. Call them out. Say, like, just keep going.
Yeah.
Don't engage.
No, it's like, what? Look, if I could go back in time, it sounds like a lyric. I think I wrote a few songs that talk about that. If I can go back in time, I would definitely, in like 95 when Planet Freestyle started. Was it Planet Freestyle? 9?
Yeah. Oh, what was the
Club
other one?
Freestyle.
Yeah,
Club
Club
Freestyle.
Club Freestyle. When I'm sorry, I'm confusing it with a porn site. My bad. When pause. When
I only all around the world.
right when Club Freestyle came out, I couldn't believe.
I hope not.
I was asking people to stop then.
So once this generation is gone, you think freestyle, the genre, is gone? That's what Peter's saying. He's in the room. I don't know about that. I hope not. You think?
Let's
Well, for them,
be let's be as honest as we possibly can. We're in the social media age. A lot of the rappers now are making music on their phones. There's applications where you can make music now. It's easy, right? Music, the streaming platforms. The one thing about Spotify that you'll learn now is that Spotify now can take the likeness of your song Army or your song Naya and duplicate that song. And now they can duplicate your song and you can't say nothing about it because when you signed the contract to be on Spotify, you allowed that to happen.
Wow.
Oh, it's
You
ugly.
think streaming was part of the problem?
Oh no, Napster turned into the free download capital of the world, turned into, and then it turned into all this stuff. Like honestly speaking, our children and our grandchildren may not go to clubs to see performers anymore. So what happens to our fight about, I'm not getting booked, right? Yeah. When now they don't have to come see you get booked, right? Because now the music is being played through here. The music's through Serato anyway. What happens? What happens when they don't care? When Come Baby Come 25, number 25 comes out and it's somebody else singing it and it's not me, right? I already got Iggy Azalea, but at least I get paid from that one. Wow. But when the algorithm learns it and does it without you and without you, because that's where it's going.
Yeah.
Right.
Look, we've had it for a long time. I want you to know that this has been coming since the sample. AI ain't new.
Oh, exactly. AI
ain't new. The sample was AI. The drum machine was AI. Sure. All our computers and everything, that's all artificial intelligence. There's no way. There's nothing that we can say. It's all been there. So bit by bit, we started seeing it. So, when they sample Flavor Flav's voice a million times on a record, that was it. When you didn't, Naya, you remember when we used to have to sing the choruses a few times and then they would splice it and fly it in?
Yep.
It would take 3 hours. We had to leave, go to a diner for 3 hours and they'd fly it in. Yep. But then now we sing the chorus once and they copy and they paste it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it takes 2 minutes. Right?
Yep.
That was artificial intelligence. Check it. That was artificial intelligence, right? And for a long time, the artists that we all liked while we were artists and artificial intelligence was helping us, you know what we were saying? Oh my God, I love the way Whitney Houston sings. You know why? Because Whitney would sing the whole song. Oh, I like the way Mariah sings. You know why? Because Mariah sang the whole song. But now, all of us are copy paste.
Mm-hmm.
We might sing the first verse and the second verse, and we might do our ad libs at the end. The majority of our choruses are sample, are copy paste.
Mm-hmm.
There's no difference. That's all artificial intelligence. There's nothing about that.
What about auto-tune? Gotta love the auto-tune.
Listen, auto-tune might have saved some freestyle careers, right? Auto-tune might have saved some freestyle careers, but auto-tune's been around forever too. Listen, what was it called back in the day? I'll give you tricks that the Beatles used to do. The Beatles weren't the greatest singers in the world. They used to pitch down their vocals.
Yep.
They used to pitch down their vocals so that they could sing the song right. Yeah. They would slow down the vocoders. Zap. What was the name of the Zap? Zap used to use those. That's all artificial intelligence. It's nothing new. So now when you see an artificial like artist,
everybody uses auto-tune naturally. I don't care who you are.
When you see an artificial artist, right? Listen, Mama, if you're saying no to auto-tune, you're behind the ball. The trick to all of this is like we should have all learned drum machines back then, because if we all learned drum machines, we would have all learned how to program our stuff. Just like that. Hello, the great Willie Valentine walked into the room. Just how we all avoided learning the drum machine, we should all learn how to use. What up, Jay?
Got all the greats in the room. I'm getting nervous.
We should all learn how to use every single instrument, every single plug-in or instrument that there is. Yeah, all that is artificial intelligence. Let's not play. We've been in the artificial world for a long time. Freestyle's been artificial since its inception.
Yep.
I don't want, trust me. The only and still there was bad freestyle with Melodyne and with. We've lived in the age of Melodyne and auto-tune for over 20 years now.
You have to move
auto-tune and Melodyne, right? Don't think Cher started it. Cher didn't start it.
No.
There was this little, I forgot what the name of it was. Oh my God. Look, and before auto-tune, we had Jimmy Tunnel.
Yes. Jimmy.
Yo, and just go look at Jimmy Tunnel's discography and then look at what he sang on those records and realize that the majority of those choruses weren't sung by the artists that you call whatever you call them.
Look at this. Interesting.
Jimmy sang for me. I'm not gonna lie. Jimmy sang for me.
He sang on my song, on the one as well.
Debbie Cole and
Debbie Cole. Yes.
Frowned upon. Is that
Tim Lawless?
On the Million Freestyle records.
Tim Lawless was another one.
Using studios. I mean, I was a studio singer. I was a session singer. That's what I did for the first part of my career.
Yeah, but it is what it is. But now is a time where I go, this is the easiest time for anybody to make a record. This is the easiest time for anyone to make a record and to be good. This is the easiest time for anybody to go out there and take their time and create. 99% of these, I'm going to talk about the male vocalists out there. Most of these guys are, because I am one, an undercover nerd who wrote poetry for most of his girlfriends in school. and I say this to say, what, you forgot how to write a poem? Well, you forget, like you forgot how to write a good song? Like, go write a good song.
Yeah.
Cynthia wrote Change on Me. Wow. I know that there's more female writers out there. I know it. Like, cut it out. Look, look, you want producers? On top.
A whole bunch of them right in there.
Yeah, you gotta plug for all them up here.
Two of the best producers in freestyle are on the chat right there. Mr. Willie Valentine and Mr. Jay Allums. Two of the best producers. The other day I saw Jay at C-Bank's party. You know who I introduced Jay to? I introduced him to Melly Mel. I said, Mel, this is one of the best producers ever. He doesn't just make freestyle music. He does hip hop. He does dance. He does house. Melly Mel talked to Jay for like 45 minutes.
Really?
Valentine is like he stores music like Prince stores music. He stores music like Prince stores music. If Willie opened up his hard drive before they get locked up, yo Willie, don't trust these. These are not good. Get the little baby ones. Get these. Look, get these.
And UK,
get the little baby drives, because one of those drives gets locked up, Willie has so much stuff in there.
Hey, you're going to his house this weekend. Steal it, get it.
Yeah.
We'll crack it.
Yeah, I'll be over there this weekend. Again, recording new music that, you know.
And we're missing. We've missed the ball on so many things. I just wish that we would move. If honestly, if there's anyone that cares, when y'all see the BS start, just tell the person, yo, stop that. If you know the person that started the BS, or if you see the BS, you say, yo, bro, stop that. If it's somebody that you don't know, unfollow them, block them. You don't need them. Avoid it. If you love
And
this
stop
music,
the carrier pigeon into people. Oh my God, this one did
don't be like, yo.
And I'm going to say it. I'm going to be honest. You do have a lot of fans,
pigeon carriers,
that are they'll send you screenshots. They stir the shit pot, and that to me is hard to handle because you don't want to alienate a fan. You don't want to offend them.
If you notice I have a business page and I have a personal page on Facebook. My Facebook page is only for people that I consider family. Not that they're not my friends, but I consider family. Why did I do that? It's because my brain cells are important to me.
You're putting a boundary in place. You have to.
And trust me, even with that, there's people that filter through with the nonsense. And I'm like, I avoid it. Tell everybody, I treat my page, my Instagram page, I don't treat it as a democracy.
It's your page.
It's my dictatorship.
That's right.
Because you come to my page with BS, I'm throwing you out.
Yep.
So my page is not there's no democracy on my page. You come to my page wrong, you out. I don't want you here. I don't want you here. It's plain and simple. And the other thing is, here's the thing. If people say, here's a big lesson I learned. If people say negative things about you, let them see that they're wrong. Don't try to lecture someone to proving you're right. And then they're stuck with the thing of, yo, man, I stuck my foot in my mouth. You know how many people thought that I was something and then realized that I wasn't, and then came back to me like, some of them are still mad at me today because they see that they were wrong, and now they don't know. They want to double down on how they were wrong about me.
I see people do it to Gino all the time, and when they can't get to him, they try to get to
it.
And Gino will say, Gino will be like, "You have to be tougher." But he does. When they can't get to him, Kay, they will come for me. They're like, "Oh, it's hard." I'm like, he's doing what he does, and he's great at what he does. So when I hear people say bad things about him as well, I get very offended. He's my guy. He's my producer. He's my manager. He's everything. So it's hard.
Look, my husband we stopped getting on Facebook years ago, with these haters. And I used to tell him, stop, you're going to give yourself an aneurysm. And is it worth it? These people are, they're going to say what they're going to say no matter what, no matter who you are, no matter what you look like, what you're wearing, what you're not wearing. It doesn't matter. People like to hear themselves speak, and they're just going to do it and say it. So he just stopped. He said, you know what? I'm done. So he just murders.
When my wife was diagnosed with cancer, I was like, I was here. We were here. It was a Friday. I was bugging. I thought, the day turned out really good, and she had gone to get, she felt something, and she went to go see how she was. She didn't think it was anything. And it was Friday, and she was working right there. And all of a sudden she gets a call. And all of a sudden I hear her voice crack. And I walked over, and they she tells me, and I was like, she hangs up the phone. She's trying to call the doctor because there was a nurse that called up to tell her. But it was a Friday at 4:50 something in the afternoon that they called us. So that the doctor's gone for the weekend. So we had to deal with the not knowing exactly what and how, the status or anything like that. And that entire weekend, I couldn't pick up my phone. And I said, holy crap. We have this little girl that we have to explain this to. I have to figure out a way to be around, because she's gonna need me, right? And I just started thinking about all the things that the week before mattered to me. The opinions that shouldn't have mattered to me, that mattered to me the week before. The people that I used to let get under my skin and bother me. And I just said, fuck that. Why does this have to be, what? I'm wasting time on what? It could be her last day. Like, how many days do I got left with my wife? Then I said, then it was fuck me. How many days does my daughter got left? Oh shit. And all of a sudden my brain started saying, why am I worried about? What do we need that? What?
Sure.
And my friends started calling me up. And at first we didn't want to tell nobody, but people would be calling me up with nonsense. And I'm like, yo, bro, I'm out. I'll talk to you later. And I'm like, and then I started realizing, nah. And then when we finally told some of our friends, right? What you notice when push comes to shove is this. It all goes away. And everybody that was here
scatters.
Now that they all scatter. And what you're left with, honestly speaking, is the people that really matter.
Yeah.
Your final core. Yeah.
And even with that little filter, it still dwindles down. Because I'm going to her chemo sessions with her, and I'm going to her doctor visits, and she doesn't pick up the phone for Jack, but I pick up the phone for everything, and I'm going, who's calling? Who matters? Who do I got to pick up for? Who do I got to answer to?
It's so true. My God.
And when I started seeing who showed up and who didn't show up, at first I was mad. But then I said, you know what? Why be mad? This is God making me take inventory. You know how, like, you'll see people go, hey, I'm going to start deleting people because, a lot of y'all are on here because you're wasting your time. I'm not trying to throw shots. It's just I'm giving an example because a million people do it, not just one people, right? You know how they do that? They want to take inventory so they know that they can dwindle down their followers on social media. Well, that's God telling you it's time to dwindle down your personal followers in your life.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I'm like, bro, like, ladies, the peace.
Mm-hmm.
That hit here.
Peace.
Because everything else don't matter.
All that matters to me is those two in the kitchen. My sons and those two. I lost my mom a couple of months after my wife started chemo. I'm like, it doesn't fucking matter.
You're right.
I don't care. If they talk about me negative now, I'm like, it helps me. Say more. Say more about me. Yes, I am the evil. I am sitting in my home, taking my daughter to school, writing songs, and doing shows on the weekend. But you think I got time for your nonsense? Continue to talk about me. It keeps me in the public eye. Listen, when people used to talk bad about Stevie B, I used to be like, he's the meanest guy on earth. I used to believe all the nonsense. But you know who was the smartest? You know who's smarter than a fox? Stevie B.
He is smart. Very.
Because all the fear of all the nonsense and all the crazy stuff that they said about him only made his mystique grow bigger.
Yep.
So if you want to talk bad about me, go ahead. I don't care. Make it up. You want me to help you? I'll sit there. I'll write. I'll send you ideas. Like, I don't care no more. All I care about now is those two, my kid upstairs, and my other son who's in Long Island. That's what makes me happy. My real friends know who they are. Denine, how many times a week I reach out to you?
You're making me cry. All the time.
I curse Gino out because I will call Gino 5 times a day and he won't pick up the phone. I call Jose at least 3 times a week. I speak to Jay Allums like at least 1 time a week. What do you call it? Gennaro. I reach out to Gennaro every so often. I speak to AB 4 times a day.
That's so nice though.
AB sends me a prayer in the morning. I call him right back after the prayer. He calls me midday during his lunch break, and we talk again at 7 p.m. daily basis. I don't care. What the fuck? I don't give a fuck. I just all I care is about the people that care about me. I don't care about nothing else. If you're gonna call me with bullshit, stay over there. Get out of here. Don't call me with bullshit. I don't need bullshit. I don't need bullshit in my life. I'm at the happiest place that I can be. And I'm at a place of finding my peace. And we should all be trying to find our peace.
Yeah.